go ahead, please. All right, excellent. Good morning. We are here at a special meeting, August 29th, for the Board of Commissioners. We have one agenda item on our items of new business, and that is the consideration of a lease for 735 Highway 24 to house Human Services, Public Health, and other ancillary services. The manager and attorney have been working on this in communications with the property owner, as well as other partners and departments, and so they have been keeping us apprised, and we are here to consider what I believe is the final draft. Yes?
Yes, I will say that the property owner was very cooperative in terms of negotiating some of the terms of this lease. It was based on the one they originally had with the prior tenant. And it had a lot of stuff in there that doesn't apply to us, so it started out at 47 pages, I think, and now whittled it down to 36, but they did accept all of the revisions requested. The first couple pages do have a summary of essentially the terms, and so it's to be effective September 1st. For the first 4 months, there would be no rent on the space. It's an initial term of 48 calendar months. Rent wouldn't start until January, so the first, the rent terms that are in there don't begin until January 1st, and so that's month 5 of the lease, and the basic rent starting that time would be $16,800 a month for what is a 8,400 square foot building. And it's my understanding that we hope to accomplish some savings towards that rent cost by consolidating some of the services into that building and such. That is the base rent, and the reason it's called base rent is this is what's known as a triple net lease. So there are provisions for the county to pay any additional rent, which would be related to the cost that the landlord incurs in, essentially owning the building, but we did negotiate a provision where that's capped at $10,000 a year. So if any issues come up in terms of any excessive maintenance or repairs and such, and I was able to negotiate provisions in there where the county is not responsible for replacement of certain things as the former tenant was. So I think overall it's a balanced commercial lease now, and I think it is in favorable terms for the county overall. And I'll let Tim chime in as to any other things he would like to point out. Oh, I'm sorry, and so it's the initial 48 months. I did negotiate renewals, 2 renewals for additional 4 years, should the county wish to do that, as well as a right of first refusal to purchase the property in the event that the landowner would decide to sell it. And so those are all captured in the lease as well. My apologies.
Yeah, this is an exciting move for the county to consolidate public health and human services in one facility. And also to be able to expand primary and behavioral health care in the community via the Summit Community Care Clinic will be the other tenant in there. So we'll be breaking down barriers for folks who are on public assistance programs and consolidating that all in one facility. Be a good move.
Yeah.
And frees up space here at the county courthouse.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. We know, in working and discussing with Dr. Lisa too, who's the property owner, and the hospital, right? We know all the metrics and data that make us believe that we'll get, there's plenty of clientele, there's plenty of opportunity. The Summit Care Community Clinic is very excited. They have a dental center here, a school-based health center. I think there's been a gap with the transition or closure of Dr. Lisa's family practice and the ability and transition with the hospital. So and all of those entities are excited for the opportunity to come for the community, including the hospital.
Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you for the work on this. I appreciate it.
This doesn't really affect the decision on the lease, but, was there any further discussion about whether they would move the dental clinic in, or is that sort of TBD? I was just curious.
Yeah, that's at a TBD right now,
Yeah.
cause I know they did some remodels at the dental clinic they're at now, and I'm not sure how long their lease is there.
Yeah,
But then, also just considering the anticipated growth in services there, if it's worth 2 exam rooms going to dental or not, but we'll have a lot this
Yeah.
year as they grow.
Yeah, and I mean, even like mental health and so forth there, but I think
Right.
it has yet to be determined how we actually, or they actually are able to maximize and utilize the space, so.
Yeah.
But all possibilities. Very exciting. Great. What is the actual title of the lease for our motion?
It is a lease agreement between Rocky Mountain Family Practice of Leadville PC, as landlord, and Lake County Government as tenant for the premises located at 735 Highway 24 in Leadville, Colorado, dated as of September 1, 2023.
Okay. Rocky Mountain,
Family Practice of
Family.
Leadville, PC.
okay.
can you take?
Do you want, yes,
Yeah.
sure, I'll entertain a
Just slow with
motion.
my pen.
No problem. I'll entertain a motion for the approval of the lease agreement between Rocky Mountain Family Practice of Leadville PC and Lake County Government at 735 Highway 24.
So moved.
I'll second.
All right, any further discussion?
Say thanks for everyone, Tim, Chris and staff, just working through that. I think it's a good move, so.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, if there's no further discussion, all those in favor? Aye.
Aye,
Aye.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
thank you.
And,
We have a relatively new facility in the county crew, you know.
When does it start? Like
September
1 is
1.
effective. And then I expect the fall will be spent kind of preparing to move and moving into the facility.
Yeah, they should start offering services on September 29th.
Summit Care Community Clinic? And then we do have some like build out to get human services in there, which I imagine might be the last move.
Yeah.
Public health may be able to move sooner. Summit Care will do 1 day a week of,
Starting at
Can you
1 day a
remind
week, Friday clinic hours, and then in January they'll be up to 2. And then after that, they'll probably be 5 to 6 days a week, pretty soon thereafter.
excellent. Thank you. Awesome. All right, there's nothing else on our agenda, so at 9:12, we will adjourn and we're going into a work session starting at 9:15. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Tracy.
Yeah.